Last time on Festering. After pursuing up through the Goblin Town section of the plateau, pushed further into the old city that you'd found to be here, hidden by various means, old tunnelways. The aqueducts seem to have been bled into the most. All the architecture and structure seem to be that of giant make. The denizens living within, as far as you can tell, seem to be a various mix of elf, hobgoblin, some goblin, a good swath of ogres, and what was previously one of the champions of the lane. After meeting with the curious Puck, who had insisted upon dealing with certain matters best to his degree, and as well as being accompanied by you into the arena to be able to finally move up a level, you had taken the opportunity to have a rest at the inn ran by the kobolds. Unfortunately, in the midst of that night, after resting and kind of taking in the curiosity of this massive city, you had realized in the morning that you had been wronged. One of your pieces of equipment was missing, a sword distinctly, and one of certain death. After which, throttling one of the kobolds immediately, and them saying that they don't know what was going on, you quickly moved out to try and find where any possible culprits could be, and was extraordinarily disappointed with the kobolds. After finding where it was being sold at by the goblin gangers, they informed you that kobold was the one who sold it to them of all things. Immediately running back, you realized that the kobold who had stole it booked it to the crevice. Immediately after trying to pursue the kobold into the crevice, there were some sections where he started to delve deeper and realizing that there were some sections that were still infested with other kobolds living within the plateau itself. Very quickly realized that it's a veritable maze, and trying to squeeze down there for the size that you are is near to impossible for the length of time that he had to get down there. After explaining what happened to Puck Dukes, you very quickly went to try to rectify the situation, purchasing it from the goblin gangers, as well as trying to procure a few extra things for you, and happily handed over your equipment to you. After seeing that the goblin gangers also had some wands and other curiosities, Elaine has taken a curious-looking skull-shaped wand, very menacing-looking, but very powerful, raw energies that flow through it. After this situation and all that happened, Harbinger saw fit to run up and touch the statue. The strange energies immediately flowed into him for a time, and then the lane champion, as they called him, immediately stood up, happy that there was another contender. After which, surprisingly, in a combat that was closer than more people were comfortable with at certain points, due to the fact that this estranged ogre with a huge horn coming out of his face was suddenly stancing up and bracing and parrying and immediately riposting and punishing Harbinger for each slip up or miss, or brazenly charging him, just performing all sorts of various Battlemaster stances and feats, as well as blasting him with the horn with psychic power. After which, a very narrow victory, claiming the prized greatsword from the lane, and immediately getting the boon of Shavan Call, to which you know is the weapon, but also just on the other factor of immediately after which the grand doors at the far end leading up to the larger entrances at the opposite end of the cavern. He himself came walking out both hind legs, curses that may be to some, with a staff in hand, sized to that of a dragon, a massive greatsword on his hip, as well as various books and other items, as well as, curiously enough, a woman who had seemingly smiled and enjoyed the demonstration at hand. He immediately announced that the tests will be open moving forward, that there's a new champion of the lane, and that battle is commencing immediately. As to what that is, you're not entirely sure just yet. But with that, you do see Trevin Cole turn around to start walking back up the steps, staff in hand, and curiously enough, the woman in tow. With that, you see as well as the curious favorite of Chevron Cole, who is still guarding the door, stands and keeping watch to the ascending floor. Which at this point, we finally cut back to you as Harbinger now has a couple of ogre lackeys that were going to sell the previous boss. Bring me pictures of blood.
So I bought this wand before we did all the kobold stuff. Do you think an hour has passed?
Considering the situations, yes.
Okay. You tune to the wand.
Alright. You attune. You feel the extra strength, the focusing guide. It's a very powerful wand. A little bit of an odd sensation to it, but you would easily imagine that would be in response to just how much raw strength of a magic item this is. Laid out in the sand pit with all the furs and the previous victims and bones and trophies that lay about you.
Hey, when are you gonna get rid of his massive sword thing that he was using? Because it's like way too big for you.
What, you mean the greatsword?
Was it the great sword that he dropped?
Yeah, and I took it and it like reshaped to my size or something.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Magic items.
Oh yeah, because it's magic.
They wish to be wielded.
With great violence. Luckily.
Boy, do I have a deal for you.
Just make them very shaped to like tiny, so you can carry them in your pocket until you need them.
If only.
That's not how that works.
No.
Sadly not.
Well, I guess we should speak to Dukes before we go up there. Supposedly had something to help us out.
You do see that after getting rid of the lane champion, quite a few people seem rather surprised, but there's also other wandering eyes.
They're sizing you up for the meat market.
Joke's on them. They'll just be adding to it themselves.
Our party does not actually have that much meat in it.
Wait, Harbinger has meat underneath the armor?
Yeah, I got some. Besides all the metal and wood.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have 2.5 meat.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah, but Harbinger's meat is all full of preservatives and stuff.
See, don't worry about it. He's just like the fucking, what is it, the Instapot.
I'm a nice Jello shot to finish off your meal.
Yeah.
Harbinger's the Instapot. Chrome Steel is, well, what
Toothpicks, maybe?
That can be cutlery.
yeah.
Oh, that's a good point, yeah.
My child.
Liars and Lelaine are the, entree and appetizer.
Oh, go on.
Because I'm a snack, right?
Damn right. And then obviously, Rylax is dessert.
Pudding.
We're a full course meal.
Wood.
Last you knew that Puck would be at the inn.
Yeah. He said he was going to help us out. Otherwise, he's basically done nothing for us. Let's go. Okay, this was his house.
Yes.
Inn was this way
Onward.
with the lizard. Ah.
Find
What did she
him.
just leave to go do?
Find him there with a big old barrel, acting like it's a mug and slugging it back while eating curious meats from the previous purchase at the market.
Well, time to fight.
Already.
Yeah, you didn't see the big dragon come down and tell us it's time?
I was not expecting that, Oh. Suppose I should get a few extra things ready for us.
Be expecting some sort of assistance, as was the deal.
Obviously, I am a ogre of my word. Not like my other predecessors who are lacking in charisma. With that, you see him pick up a singular fork and stab one of the kidneys daintily. And just pop it into his mouth. Yell as it crunches between his teeth. Alright. Kidney. Come. We have potions to buy. My little thieves are going to run me dry, but getting to the upper levels would be the most glorious.
These little thieves, I assume.
As he approaches, you can see that quite a few of the gangers are, kind of giving wide, snickering smiles and never for the chef's house, I assume. No, ignore that, my good lady. I need your specialties. You know the ones. We used them before, the previous champions. Yeah, his fucking glorious gold body and wicked ass grin.
He looks lovely.
Absolute chompers.
You know what's the most beautiful thing is that the 2 fucking swords to braid his hair for his man bun. So with that, you see Puck pulls out a good old stash of gold. Goblins start carefully counting it out. You can see that they don't seem to fully trust his gold for the time. Maybe previous dealings or whatnot, but with one hefty purchase later, he procures potions of invulnerability for each of you.
Wow.
Along with that, a kingdom's ointment. A full bottle. It's very amusing to think of how just rubbing that paste on Rylax would just be like adding slime to more slime.
Yeah. Yeah, can you get the same effect from eating Kingdom's ointment? Like, not rubbing it on the wound, you just eat it?
I would say so, to the matter of like yourself, because it's just kind of like taking it in. So I guess being a paste eater in that is not a bad situation.
If you don't throw Warforged, is it like metal polish? Varnish?
Get that nice shit.
Yeah, like it mends the metal together and leaves like a polished patch where the wound was.
I believe that should be of immense significance. I unfortunately got bled a little dry from these little snots from having to get back the sword. Now, if things go well, I might be able to give a little more ornateness to some of your equipment. Do control the smithy down here. Of course, if we're moving forward with the trial, that might be a tad difficult. I don't think he announced what creature it was supposed to be yet.
No, also a mention of what was decided.
Has he ever decided to fight anybody himself?
Only once, but after her demonstration of skill in spellcraft, he took her on as an apprentice.
So not very likely.
No, it is a hard task to impress Schaffenkohl. He is a very picky individual, but with exquisite taste, I might say. If you're going to try to impress him, then having the implications of money or impressive ornate armor, the man enjoys his magic, but also enjoys having the bragging rights of the most glorious looking army, well fit and kept, organized and capable, regimented to the T. Only the most capable who've proven themselves are allowed to be his official army. A lot of us down here have been vying for that attention. However, champion of the lane enjoyed just gutting people. Unfortunately, due to him, I was not able to move up previously. Though, I see your friend has acquired his life and equipment. I do enjoy that. could try and do a favor or two if I might be pardoned for your sight for a time. I have a few sources that might be able to implicate what the coming test is.
I suppose that would be really good, yeah.
Of
Not
course,
sure how much time you would have.
I would have to be quick. Allow me to pardon myself. That very quick jingles and shuffles of the gold goes to acquire one of his little goblin assistants before pressing on. Beat the calculus demon. Can you defeat him? Will you defeat him? Or should
Alright. Who wants the Kedum's ointment? I've already got a few potions. So I'm alright for now.
Three people heal constantly over time.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. 2 people heal constantly over time. I feel like probably either Leoris or you should probably have it.
Guess I'll take it. I can use it on people. And the Oris can, it's actual heal spells and stuff.
Or would she just kill people outright? Stab them.
I don't think I would.
Rub Kedum's ointment on like a club so you can hit people's wounds.
I'll only do 1 damage, and then you'll get healed for the rest.
Yeah, he's on 2 failed death saves.
I don't care.
Then it's
Nice,
going to work.
Luke, me throwing that health potion at your fucking feet in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Oh, you said it was full, right?
Yes.
So 5 whole doses.
Yeah, I guess to be fair, it would look really bad on a magic shop to sell a mostly empty container.
Hey, you want this half-used jar of butter? No.
No.
Sold.
Really?
See,
What'd you use it for? Oh no.
So we all got a potion of invulnerability?
yes.
Okay.
Funnily enough, I already had one.
Nice.
Well, now you have 2. You can drink one with both of your mouths.
Ooh.
What?
What?
Then become fully immune.
50% plus 50% equals 100%.
Yeah.
I should put this back into the party fund. For some reason, I recorded part of the stuff I sold in my character sheet. I don't know why. Maybe it's because you guys were using the sheet. Because I sold something.
Death.
What's up with the 1 bottle of rat on label? Red.
That was the rat blood potion. Let me fix that.
Rat
Remember
blood
the thing?
potion.
Remember the thing that turned you into a were-rat?
Oh!
Yeah.
Okay, I fixed it. 1 bottle of become were-rat.
but temporary, right?
Yeah, it was only for like an hour. It's the weirdest item.
I don't know how that would ever be useful.
It's always useful.
Alright, buddy. In order to get in here and get this 10,000 free gold, you have to be a were-rat.
My God.
This looks like a job for me.
Yeah, we have to join the were-rat, like, underground were-rat community for one of our quests.
Yeah.
The only way it's possible is to have that potion.
You
So
want
you
to
know,
But
like,
that's not a
into the game.
were-rat after the ceremony. Oh, that's fun. You should be a were-rat for the 50-minute ceremony.
just the 50-minute ceremony.
And we won't turn you into a were-rat either, so you have to find some other way to do it. Anyways, what do we want to do for the rest of the day?
Don't think we have a rest of the day before we go in.
Yeah, I think it's soon.
I feel like making the dragon wait would not be in our best favor.
Like, Harbinger short rest, and then we go.
I remember before I got stuck in this position for 2 weeks that I thought it was in like a week that we were doing this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because and then he moved it up.
Hey, you
Oh,
egged me
yeah.
on to do it.
Harbinger, would you like a nap in your new sand pit?
Is already napping.
Oh,
You should make dial-up noises when you sleep as a warforged. So there's so much racism against warforged because nobody else can sleep near them. What is that noise?
What?
when
Looks
I
at the
sleep,
bottom
it's
bunk,
like a
there's
harmonica.
There's just like a warforged dial-up in the bed.
Okay, do the rest of us want to do anything for an hour?
Enjoy people staring at you.
Yeah, do we want to go talk to any of these individual hobgoblins that have their own backstories and histories?
I would like to hide in the inn so I can be willfully ignorant of the people that are being sold as snacks.
Understandable.
I'm glad I didn't go with him to the market.
Can't imagine why that might be disturbing. Can't at
Hey,
all.
all I had to do was not roll a 1. Oh, wait.
I almost failed at that.
Oh yeah, you're scared of butchers and shit.
Butcher knives, cleavers, and being bound.
Oh,
Kind of makes sense.
It feels like you should have already had that fear considering what's
Yeah.
happened to you.
Yeah, it makes sense. Hey, Cat, I need that mouse and the keyboard. Could you move?
No.
No.
Alright, it's Daddy's gonna pull that. Get the fuck out of here. You yeet.
La la lit.
Yep, let's toss the cat.
Cat toss.
Can we bring the pump wagon into the arena?
Oh god.
Sure, why not? Would you like to?
We'd have to go get outside and go find where we parked it, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a long walk.
But somehow get it up the stairs.
Yeah.
they
I was
also
thinking-
have been driving in the opposite direction for an entire day.
I was thinking that we could have just teleport circled the horses and them back to the Warforged forward base, and then you could have just sent a message ahead and had them get teleport circled back when we arrived at our destination.
Good.
This is true.
It's too late.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest it, but I didn't have it prepared at the time, so we would have had to use one of the scrolls, and I was like, that's kind of a waste, so I won't even mention it.
Use a scroll of teleportation. No, that's actually pretty sensible. That shit's expensive.
And these are limited edition made by Junius himself, if you know.
This is true.
Made by Jared Leto.
Jay Leno.
I don't want anything made by Jared.
Oh my fucking god. I signed the Subway sandwich for you.
It teleports you to his best acting
Why
scene.
Why am I eating at Subway? What have I become?
You ate fresh.
Crawling through the desert, man, I'm starving. Oh, a Subway. Man, I'm starving.
What's wrong with Subway?
Ugh.
They sponsored a pet.
I don't care about that part. I mean, they didn't know at the time.
They don't eat fresh.
He likes his fresh.
Yeah.
Very fresh.
Eat fresh, if you know what I mean.
God, no. No!
DOS. DOS.
No, we're talking about Subway.
We're just implying that he likes fresh food. Like,
Fresh.
jeez.
I fucking love Subway, man.
Freshest meat in the line.
It's the only place where they put jalapenos on everything.
Yeah, I put jalapenos on everything I bought from fucking Subway.
Yeah, my fucking buttercream sausage all in it. Alright.
Like how you started to congregate around my sandpit.
Regarding you, sir,
Yeah, we're keeping watch over the baby.
The baby.
The baby.
We're your new door guards.
But that the other ogres do finally come back. Hey, boss, we got the buddies for you. Lumbers on forward and pass you a pouch of 65 gold.
Oh yeah, baby. Where's my phone? I have to do math.
Give it in the
Calculating.
chat.
No.
No, I don't want to. Can't do that. Surprise.
Too easy.
Can't type in pluses in the chat. That's too easy.
It makes me look stupid. Instead, I'll say it out loud.
I just sound stupid.
Exactly.
Gabagool. Oh my fucking god.
Fuck this again.
It's always the hammer with you. Always the hammer. Why you talk about the hammer? Why you do this to your brother, Luigi?
You have Terminal 7.
Welcome back. Take him to the forge. Why don't you die?
Why have I become so dumb? Ah!
Can't feel my hair.
What?
Huh?
Are you meant to feel it?
Feels good. Keep it leather.
The lady's not up here anymore, is she?
No, she is not.
Damn.
She has ascended to the next level.
Lady gone.
Did you
Coming out.
Female escaped.
Escaped my inquiries.
For now. We got a 5890 white woman in triple. Whole fucking squad shows up. Woo!
Now hold on now.
Bring back thine Timmy. Alright. So, I assume waiting as you have your new ogre henchman.
Yes.
Sure.
And also, Elaine, are you going to ask around, or are you just going to presume she's no longer there?
I'll talk to Elena. I don't remember if I could speak the language of these rock men. Actually, they spoke common.
Yeah, they responded to common, and also didn't you know primordial?
Me no.
Oh, okay. It's been like over 2 weeks basically. So
I have no memory of this place.
No memory of this place.
I will ask Rock Boy over here exactly who the woman was.
So, with the rock boy.
I'm assuming it's this wizard that the dragon fought once and took on as an apprentice.
With the very slow and heavy voice of, yes, it is the wizard who approached the master and challenged him as the trial. She's been here for over a year, studying everything that she can get her hands on.
Do you know if she has any relation to the Shadowfey King?
No, it would be of her own interests. A different court. She goes by a unique name. You really?
Really?
Yes.
Was she an elf?
Assume she is of different origin.
You said court, but So it's just not enough. I'm going to assume not from Warnthals.
No. Court of Dragons.
You mean has the Rusdorum like ever been known as the Court of Dragons? Because they're dragon people.
For that, easily enough, you would know that they were never referenced to that. They were known as like the Family of Jewels and other more unique titles.
Okay.
Can try and roll history if you like, but it's very hard.
Court of Dragon. Dragon Ball Z.
Never heard of a dragon court, really, outside of Dragonborns, so... Very curious situation.
Well, doesn't seem like she's related to our way here. Thank you for your help.
Mm-hmm.
Guess I'll head back to everyone else. Phew. Hello, lads.
Rudy.
Hello.
Do you work for Harbinger now?
He's the boss. He's up, Harbinger. It's like clinging on to the name that you've told him.
I'm sure you'll come in very useful.
We've always been useful to the boss of the lane. Always. Best lads. Always get the right stuff. Keep the boss happy. Tell he just kind of sits there and like sizes all of you guys up. Not the boss though, just all of you guys. You the boss's second favorite?
First favorite.
This is pretty good, and then fuck, I was gonna say I'm the second favorite. Just kind of mumbling back and forth to each other.
You guys seem like you know your way around. Do you know where exactly most of the produce is procured? Point towards the people in stocks.
Oh, the meat, you know, is usually whoever is usually around or sent by the court wanting to be disappeared from, you know, war in us. They bring people over from the market, you know, a place where they always buy more.
Buy more.
I tell you, they seem to be buying a lot of people from there. Giving them to us for free, kind of thing. It's good meats.
So they're mostly people that the leaders of Warranthouse want to disappear.
I made a good portion of them. See, others that have failed or made the blue one really angry, and anyone who does that needs to be gutted and stomped.
Just nod. Mm-hmm.
Other than that, usually it's like mushroom farms from the goblins and other stuff. Occasionally get lots of few odd things here and there. I don't know what a durian is, but it's delicious. Like a giant walnut. Crack it open. Stinks real good. Like eating the corns off your feet. Oh my god.
Poison. Nice.
Probably because they try to bite into the exterior raw. Just...
Don't do that.
Go on. I've done my wandering.
What? So, after a bit of time and a little more from Herg and Gerg here. You find out that's their names over time.
Hergenderg?
If we move up the floor, do they come with us, or are they just here to guard the pit?
We always go with the boss.
Oh well. Okay.
Are they allowed to?
Yeah, we allowed to. Boss needs his man to buy him drinks and go shit. Boss doesn't walk around.
I've seen Harbinger walk several times.
Oh shit.
Fuck. Yo, boys.
Boss doesn't walk around.
That's what you save your energy for fucking stomping a man into paste.
Well, yeah, but the other guy who's coming with us, he actually has to participate in the trial to be able to go up a floor. Can you just go up a floor because you're his bodyguards?
Yeah, I'll go with him because he's your body boss.
Must be part of the contract.
I suppose it doesn't really matter.
We do good work for the boss. All the time, right, boss? Looks to Harper.
I assume at some point in the past, one of their previous bosses made it to the next floor, and that's why they're allowed.
They just won't articulate.
I don't know what the fuck they said. I'm just agreeing.
They're basically saying that they get to follow you up the floor if we go up because they're your bodyguards and you ain't walking.
Good enough. I'm gonna walk though. They ain't carrying me.
No.
You'll damage their pride.
They will commit seppuku if you walk.
If they try to carry me, I'll damage more than their pride.
Alright, so after quite an existential amount of time, you see a very tired Puck Dukes hubbling and blubbling down the lane from finding his info. Oh, it's too far. I managed to find out what it was. It's his favorite place that he's kept in in the cages. The Gulguth Hydra. Big nasty thing. He had it imported from the more deeper areas of the arid wastes. Change those O to U's. Golgoth. Big nasty fucker. 5 heads, 2 weird wobbly bits. Tendrils with extra mouths but no oars. Just nasty little things. Always did grab people and turn them into, well, little snacks immediately. God. Oh no. See, only a few times in fights. It's always made a very quick example of a lot of people who go down there. Oh, good luck. Not very keen on this sort now, but have you faced a Hydra before?
It was made out of ink, but sort of.
How big was it?
What was it?
How big was it?
Well, it was bigger than me. You know, within size categories, I'd say probably large-ish, maybe a little bit bigger.
Oh no. This could be very bad. This thing is a savage. Probably some of the worst shit I've seen. Shovel and Coal keeps an interesting menagerie of creatures, but with the lane champion dead, I think he wanted to bring out a good favourite of his. Really test the meat of you.
So you've seen this Hydra fight before? Any tips?
Can you get anything that makes you immune to poison? Also, don't
Where's
bother
the
with
mystery?
acid. Acid doesn't work for shit on this thing.
If Nistri were here, with that necklace of his.
Nothing preventative against poison, but I can cure poison after it has taken effect.
That could work.
Do your little friends sell any anti-poison potions? Something like that?
Unfortunately, they're more in the business of causing poisons than to prevent them.
The two of us are quite resilient to poison.
That's good to hear. Good to hear.
If we could keep its attention on us, that would my best.
What about the other guy? In this little stall outside. He might have something.
Possibly. As much as I don't like that little fucker stealing my business, he might have something interesting.
Well, assuming we live, you'll have business on the next floor where you can't snipe your business.
This is true. Much more laborious and glorious business, that is. Direct dealings with the elves and everything. Almost makes me brave enough to go in there with you right away without question.
So, does it breathe poison, or does it, like, hit you and bite you with poison? Well, that would be venom.
Yeah, as far as I was able to tell, never really breathed anything, but more had the aptitude for nibbling your bits quite quickly. Quite the mean bite. Long reach. At the same time, few of those who managed to crawl their way out alive managed to die only a few days later.
Some manner of curse?
Probably from the Hydra's bite. So I'm not sure exactly how well you survive, but then again, you ate fleshy bits and you made of good old metal and a little bit of wood there.
I don't think we should worry about that.
Of course, if we're lucky, maybe if we put on enough show and he'll call off his pet early or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I suppose you might not want something like that to die, especially if you had to import it.
Yeah. Even if it does die, heard he's been able to make a few more. Though they're not as big as this one. Absolute sickening process.
So yeah, guess we'll just go with Harbinger's plan of staying away from it. Yeah, other than you two.
You're not far
Just
wrong.
don't get hit.
How smart do you think it is?
About as small as a rock.
That could work to our advantage.
I mean, not those rocks. Points at the guards like a crossway. Fuck those guys. They're okay.
How much bigger than yourself is this creature, Puck?
Oh, you fucking devoured me in an instant. Thing's way bigger than me.
Very big, then.
Fucker's huge. And luckily with the arena they won't have any water. So that's to our advantage. Of course it'd be a far meaner fate if you did use the arena with water in it. Now I'm pretty sure from the area what they lined up there's more of the dirt section.
Probably wouldn't be very sporting to watch an arena fight with the monsters underwater.
I think he kept it semi-fair, judging by the estates of you. Dare I say, should we harass the green fucker below Chagrin for any possible use he might have?
Probably be worth checking it out. But my pockets are empty.
I've got, let's see, about 680 gold.
Now, make me blush with a wallet that big.
It's only like a 5-minute walk to get to Chagrin's place, right?
Please, what the fuck are you?
Yosh,
Mm,
does it take long to get to the chagrin shop?
not at all. It takes a short amount of time as you're not far of the Goblin Town floor.
May as well see if he has anything to offer.
Very well.
Bit poison resist or something.
To Chagrin's shop. Da-da-da-da-doo.
The wave of the hand and the magic wand. Got your new entourage accompanying you.
They're all coming with us. The boss is coming, and so am I.
I'm going fucking downstairs. Fucking way. Oh god, I forgot. Let's resize everyone right fast. Ignore that you might be on the other end of the map. We're on here for a second.
Oh, but he became very big.
Why am I so little?
He's on the other map. We were little.
I shrunk.
That way they can pick you up and carry you.
Oh,
You cannot resist.
So, making your way back down to Chagrin. Smell. Seems like, as far as you can tell, bread. A little bit of butter.
Please, sir, got any scrolls of insta-kill Hydra?
Right here!
Oh, my 50 gold.
Oh wait, that was my scroll of insta-kill adventurer.
Oh, fuck.
So, immediately marching down. Obviously, I assume you're looking for anything to help with poison.
Anything that counters poison and anything he might be thinking could be useful against a Hydra. We'll also take his suggestions.
Do you do poison?
What sort?
All sorts. It's a poison shop. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, I think I've got a few things that'll be helpful to you. I usually get them for the goblins down there, but let's see. Pops open one of the chests in the corner. Walks on over and sets down a big old box of clanking potions. Starts sorting through and looking at all the strange shapes and sizes. Sits down what looks like 4 bottles of anti-venom. Or antitoxin, I should say.
One sec. Using the power of the 5th edition handbook to remember what this does.
Advantage on saving throws against poison for 1 hour. It confers no benefit to undead or constructs. Don't worry, Chrome Steel Harbinger, you still count.
But we don't need it.
He's already got it.
I know.
That's
That's probably why.
Yeah, to be fair.
Listen, I'm just acknowledging your humanity. Alright? Yeah? Cool? Alright.
But I'm
My
not a
what?
human.
You're human.
Potion of water breathing. Does nothing on constructs.
This is
Well, that's just racist.
How much? For one.
You can see he kind of narrows his eyes, looking at Puck in the back. Gives a pretty cheeky fucking grin.
7,000 gold in it.
Purple.
I would say it's gonna run to you about 100 gold a bottle.
Oof.
Of course, might be persuaded to think of something else if someone says that they're a shitty merchant and I'm better. Just see Puck, like, fucking massive vein in his forehead going down to his nose.
I just look up at Puck. It's fine, just pay the man. Hey, come on, sponsor.
Can I roll me persuasion?
Persuasion, you said.
Yes. Holy shit!
Does a 30?
He stands no chance. His pockets empty.
But that, you know, you do say sponsor, a little cheeky, but at the same time, you can see that there's a little bell that kind of rings in the back of his mind, and he gets the wide, toothy grin once again. I'm definitely the worst. But, of course, a deal's a deal. You are the better shopkeeper. He will step forward. Chagrin is smiling wide. He's like, oh, well, 75 gold then. Happily set down the coin as he deals through the window. Happily scoops up the 4 vials of antitoxin and passes them to you guys. And with one little cheeky smirk and turns back and says to Chagrin, for now. And then just starts to head back towards the steps.
Most useful NPC we ever got.
And of all things, it's a merchant ogre.
I don't know. I think Junius is more useful.
That's true.
I know, man. This guy spent thousands on us.
Dude, we got an actual wallet on our side.
We've recruited a sentient wallet to our side.
Bottomless wallet.
Alright. Well, we got 4, but we only need 3.
He purchased all 4.
I'll yoink 1. Oh shit. So doppelgangers.
Yeah, like I said, don't worry about them. No self-test over there.
Damn it.
There's the hyena over there. Rest
Alright, let's
Rest and
fight
chuckles,
through.
buddy. Anyways, who else wants the rest of the vials of antitoxin?
I assume you and Leoris.
Yeah, I guess I'll take one. I'm carrying a lot of bottles now.
Listen, not everyone expected to use that much fucking arsenic, okay?
Hey, don't judge my arsenic ownership.
Fucking enough arsenic to kill an entire fucking kingdom rolling around in your bag right now.
50 golds worth. I try to give it to somebody like, oh hey, this is a rare drink. Drink up. And they're just like, this smells like arsenic, but who would have this much? Must be alcohol.
It's probably just some like rare whiskey or something.
It wasn't. I'm a fool.
What at?
I've been cheaped.
Alright. That Chagrin kind of looks to the rest of you. Anything else I can help you with? Fucking stupid fat bastard, isn't he?
They're quite useful.
Take advantage of them while you can.
That's the plan.
Can't really think of too much else.
Just because you got that for me, I'll be happy to sell things at a cheaper price just for that good laugh. God, I'm gonna say it.
Oh, I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we're ready to fight.
Fair enough. Good luck up there. Hopefully you don't fucking die.
I'm surprised you don't have to be in the arena for it to count. I would have thought that would be part of its rules.
But you did the arena? Yeah, it's just amuse the blue one.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely expect you to just stand behind us, but I'm surprised that it's fine that you aren't even in there.
Me?
You are our sponsor, after all.
Oh, he's a non-combatant, but is sort of essential to our like group, you could say.
You said I wasn't joining you in the arena.
You? Like yesterday?
Oh no, I'll be joining you. I'll have to. Don't worry, I'll hide in the corner.
Yeah, probably for the best. Can't have our sponsor getting eaten by a Hydra.
I've survived many arena matches before.
Oh, you tried this trick a lot of times and it didn't work out?
And like I said, it was the champion of the lane last time. Sponsored him all the way to victory. A grateful fucking son.
Did he just revoke your permission to go with him?
He didn't accept the fucking way up the fucking stairs.
Oh, okay.
Fat shit sat down here eating his fucking way to have a bigger gut than my fucking face. Absolute fucking embarrassment, that's right. So much potential. Learned everything from the fucking warlords upstairs on how to fight. Where's he go? Plays in a fucking letterbox all day, shitting himself and having these two grumpy fucks fucking go get wine and cuts for him.
I don't know which to sit in that chair.
You have made a mistake, sir.
Yeah, I
thought
remember I
that
check
was
for
dirt?
Lincoln logs. Something stuck to my boot. Oh.
No.
It's like rubber.
Why is it burn? Why is it burn?
How'd I get burned?
At least these two can assist you by keeping themselves in front of me, so I'm not in the front line.
They're coming too.
Yeah, well, wouldn't we? We're going with the boss.
But the fact that we already locked in our party with our signing of the contract.
Not too bad, we're going in with you.
I assume we can also just use word of mouth. I don't really think it matters because, you know, most people would be really selfish with their next floor admins anyway.
Or approach the stairs.
So, approach the stairs.
We don't have to fight that guy, do we?
He
That was
fucking
one of the options.
looking down at you. Kinda gives you a nod. I assume everyone else is with you.
Yeah.
Any last minute thing before leaving this floor?
Alright, just because I'm not really too worried about getting eaten, but if one of you guys gets eaten, it might be a lot worse. Who wants this? It's a vial of endurance I bought from that disreputable drug salesman.
What does it do?
Supposedly makes it so you can't die for a minute or so.
Yes.
It still hurts a lot, though.
Don't know if I'd have time to like eat that if I was inside of a Hydra's mouth.
Harbinger?
Alright then. Just in case it decides to eat me.
Yeah, just in case.
I'll just look up to this giant boy. Blue guy wants to see us.
Not a single word is said as he just nods, turns, opens the door, starts leading all of you to the arena.
Blue guy wants to see us, and he's like, yes, that is an acceptable name for my lord. He's this way.
Everyone on this floor calls him the Blue.
Yeah, the great blue. Whatever the fuck they were saying.
Great Blue one.
Blue Amadi Dabu Dai.
Let's face it, this floor is definitely the Darwin's Award floor.
Alright, do Smurfs exist in this universe?
Do
Do
what?
Smurfs
It's
exist?
not like, are they a creature, but, you know, is there a book about? Can I call this guy Papa Smurf in character? Would it make sense?
I would allow it. Fuck it. Gargamel is an evil wizard who found a fey creature called a Smurf and insisted that he could fucking turn them into a delicious meal and constantly hunted them through the fey
Constantly wants to turn them into alchemical ingredients.
If this dragon's a cunt to us, I'm calling him Papa Smurf. And then I die.
And then he fucking kills you on the spot and need a new character.
And it depends on if he knows what a Smurf
That
is.
Alchemist Legends.
Oh, what happened to Elaine? Disintegration. Hell of a thing.
Who did it? Papa Smoke. Ah.
Teleport's fine.
Oh, fuck. With that, you have been anticipated.
Alright. Pre-game potion.
Pre-pot.
Yeah, I get out all the pre-game potions. I have the antitoxin out. I have the potion of invulnerability.
I'm assuming to get this potion to work, I'm just gonna have to smash it over my face.
You have a potion port.
Just
I
quickly,
noticed that I had one.
Yeah,
Just
you open up
quickly
your
ask,
faceplate and you just have a mouth.
It's Crom.
But you had a human like in
I've got
skeleton.
a built-in mouth. I was a robot from the start. They didn't have to add any bits.
Yeah, Junius had to forcibly remove my helmet.
You have like a pipe you pull out of like your faceplate and you pour it.
Just suck.
Puck,
Yes.
which way do you think it'll come from?
Would be the left is where the pens are kept.
Very good.
My anti-venom. Puck's supposed to be hiding in the back, but I'm hiding behind Puck.
It's all part of the plan.
Watch what come from the right. Game over. They take my anti-venom.
You could see her, Durg and Herg are looking pretty spicy and ready. Puck will chug a few pots of his own. Pulls out a odd-looking magic item. Looks like a bottle. Seems to have some kind of swirling.
Bottle of swirling, isn't it?
Take this opportunity. We didn't have any short rests, did we?
You just
did.
did.
Oh, excellent. I can put these.
Yeah, we made sure to short rest just for you, buddy.
To get your action surge or whatever back.
I get my action surge.
I'm gonna shield
Or
of faith
whatever.
myself.
Alright, I will also take the quick moment to summon my Zymon Sax.
Oh yeah, that too, and fucking monkeys.
Sex. Radiant damage. They come out half dead.
She. 773. That's good as fuck.
Hyena, baboon. So much food.
Yeah, there's a dumb hyena. Not dumb hyena, a dumb hydra. I might just try to get the hyenas.
Just a stupid hydra, right?
Yeah, it's just a hydra.
It's been awakened.
What?
Imagine if I was that fucking savage.
It comes out. Pop, pop, Cheerio!
Just braps all of your asses with a magic missile for each of its head.
Oh, I have a spell book for each of my heads.
I mean, if it's like Tiamat, it gets a breath weapon for each of its heads.
Let's see here.
Breeze.
I have a breath weapon in real life, that's true.
You just need go.
Same.
Drink coffee. Don't brush teeth.
Nice.
Poison damage, breath weapon.
Alright, what's everybody's poise score?
Boys.
Yeah.
I'm poised to stand ready. Working as intended.
I don't want to use invulnerability.
You gave us this really cool potions, and none of us want to drink them.
Save them for later.
I'm gonna use mine now.
It lasts a minute. I'm waiting till the combat starts.
Well, yeah, that's why I said I readied myself to drink it.
So that you see the pair once again come out. Shavanko and the mysterious woman that you have known to be named so far as Urieli. As he looks at the rest of the hobgoblins and others who have come to witness this glorious test. Nice. It's... You typed that so fucking fast, dude. Jesus.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I've played Xbox Live a lot.
Fucking Christ. That's impressive speed, dude. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm glad to see there are fresh combatants and a familiar face in my arena. Hopefully this one doesn't disappoint and actually comes up to the next level, Puck. I wish you all the best and don't hold back. My pet is quite hungry. But that, as the gate opens, the Hydra stepping forth, the multiple heads poised and ready, as well as two very curious cephalopod tentacles that sway at its sides, almost curiously altered by arcane magic. You can see that It's not 5 heads, but 6. Oh, this one. As the Golgoth Hydra approaches for combat and its meal of the day.
Oh, we didn't plan for 6 heads. What do we do?
But
Yeah, 6.
60 dicks, bro!
we're dead.
Hell yeah. Time to get Puck, Durg, Herg. With that, as the Hydra comes up, see that Puck is a cheeky motherfucker, drops the bottle as it pops open. You see that the prepared bottle he had ready, Elaine, he is now surrounded by a globe of invulnerability.
Fair enough.
Let me in!
Sorry, I serve one person use.
That's fine, just stay in front of me.
I could do that.
He's a meat shield now.
A hamster ball.
He did.
Hey, I'm not here to impress anyone now. I'll gladly hide behind everyone.
He had a spell in a bottle.
Illustrious.
Drops the bottle on the ground. Yoink.
Well, it's broken.
It's a free bottle.
Oh, one use.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah,
One use
I
bottle.
got mending there, you know? That'll totally work.
What happens if you drop one of those like on like a cushion? Does it not break and you just stand there embarrassed like you're supposed to break?
Probably. Leoris!
Alright.
Aren't you happy?
One sec. Yeah, always. Oh. It's just in range. Alright.
I did forget to mention that this Hydra is covered in plate armor.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, but every time it grows a new head, it has to spend 10 minutes putting the armor on.
Leaving. Just leaving. Why?
It's only plate armor.
Spiritual weapon.
That'll hit. Start crushing into its form immediately. Without mercy.
So that. Main action. Twilight Sanctuary.
It's officially up.
Shit.
Also, good fucking rolls. I didn't realize you had double hyenas.
Oh yeah, it was good. Don't know what the baboon is going to do though.
Die.
Get eaten.
Throw sand in its eyes.
Fucking poop in its eye.
Fucking say.
Pocket crap.
Well, the baboon has pack dicks.
Yeah. I'm still 5, right? No, it's 6. Okay, I still haven't modified that. That's my turn.
Durg. It's facing the wrong way. He's looking at the cheering crowd, and then he fucking turns around and realizes there's a Hydra now. He's gonna wind back with that tasty bolt launcher. Fucking plinks off the armor. Chrome steel.
Going to main action sacred weapon for that extra to hit bonus, and bonus action all of my beasts to flank it.
Alrighty.
So they will go here, I guess. Good luck, boys. And I'll stay where I am.
Oh, hold
No,
on.
we cannot see the orb.
Let me fix that. Ding.
Oh, okay. Over there, then.
Also, would you give Dirk 10?
Yeah. Good for everyone.
Yeah, I'd bet him. Glorious. Alright, and that was all,
And
right?
for me, yeah,
Harbinger.
thanks.
Oh. Get up to here. Bare your fangs, Simon, and show them suffering. As I will wall of thorns this bitch. Just, yeah, all 60 feet encompass that motherfucker. Enjoy 4 times your movement, bitch.
It just might. It rolled a 20 on the thing.
Oh no, it takes half. Ignore the necrotic.
Ah, that's fair.
Yeah, it's definitely. What about this? Yeah, that'll do. That's really nice.
Very nice. Alright. The eruption of thorns hovering through the arena and smashing into the Hydra. Definitely see the heads throw about in furious anger, some wrapping around but still pushing through with very curious snap speed, even with this heavy armor.
Oh, that's okay. In my bonus section, I'll summon my echo.
Oh.
I'm gonna stop hiding for a second. Move up 15 feet so I can be more in range.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna cast my brand new spell. As I copy Harbinger, but my wall is made of pure radiant energy. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Whatever I see. Close enough. Yeah, as a massive wall of light just cuts straight through it. Blinding it, and if he stays in it, it does more damage, and also I can shoot lasers from it, apparently. So, will this do the saving throw? Yes.
Constitution.
Alright. Which... Okay. 16 radiant damage, and it's blinded if it fails.
Which unfortunately it does not.
Alright, and
with a
then...
19.
Till a spell ends, you can use an action. Okay. That'll be me.
Right.
Actually, I'll move behind Herg. Actually, no, I'll go back behind Puck. I already have 10 health.
Alright. The Golgoth Hydra. Let's see.
The wall is 10 feet high. It's 60 feet long. Also, it's It's not on the ground because I want it to be like eye level, so it's like a good 10 feet up.
Alright.
Because it can be floating in any position I want.
Hyena. And hyena. And second hyena. And second hyena. So those first. Alright. So first hyena.
The top or the bottom one?
This one's going to the top one first.
Okay.
For 30, 22 to the bottom. And both need to make my Constitution saving throws.
Top, bottom.
Both will fail as the DC is a 19.
Yikes.
At the same time, well, it doesn't matter, but the bites look infectious and disease-ridden. Would reduce those creatures' health by 1d10 for 24 hours.
Sure.
That's the first 4 attacks.
No additional damage?
No additional damage on that.
Alright, they're alive.
And then followed by another 1 head for the Echo, 1 head for the Baboon.
No!
Which both of those hit, and you can just count as both of those pops. Goodbye, Echo. And then the Tentacular Spectacular. Towards the hyena boys. Top and bottom. Both hitting. Oh boy. So that's the first part. The second part. So the top hyena gets fucking tentacle grabbed and bitten, weirdly enough, as this weird cephalopod tentacle grips the hyena, lifts it off the ground, and like a Venus flytrap, suddenly teeth protrude out and just Iron Maiden this dog out of existence.
Okay.
And then the second dog's damage.
Okay, that works. That would be a good spot to put it.
No, don't do it.
Second one is pop, and then this one is, well, 4 times its movement. So it just a little bit closer.
Well, it ends its turn there.
Has to.
Yeah, it just takes 4d8 radiant damage.
Ah, more.
Can't avoid it in any way if it stays there. Creature that ends its turn in the wall takes 4d8 radiant damage. You just do.
Dex will save. I'll take that damage. Alright.
Holy shit, what level is your Wall of Thorns? That's insane.
Wall of Thorns just does 7d8 damage. It's a big blow spell.
Yeah, it's a really high level spell.
It can't be hit that
Jesus.
to use.
Alright. Rylax.
I would like to throw a synaptic static at the Hydra. So just basically put it like over here-ish. Doesn't really have to be there, it has a 20-foot radius, but, you know, just over there so it doesn't hit Harbinger and it hits the Hydra.
Alright. Actually, that reminds me. Apologies. One thing I forgot in the effect of this Hydra being its favorite pet doesn't pertain to slashing. You took over 40 damage in that turn. One head fell off, died, and another two grew back in its place.
Oh. Right.
Keep making it grow heads, it'll run out of blood.
Surely.
Intellect save.
When did it take slashing?
It didn't take slashing. It doesn't need that for that.
Oh.
That's how amazing this Hydra is.
It's true.
Oh.
That's why
Okay, guys, stop hitting it.
Free diplomacy. That's our weakest win position.
Alright. Solid 37 damage as this thing recoils for a moment in pain.
If it's taking the full damage, it gets another effect.
It's rolling attacks for a minus d6 for each one. Alright.
And I will stay where I am standing.
Why is your spell save DC on that 15?
I don't know.
17?
That's what the sheet auto-generates on the card for some reason.
What have you done?
Nothing, and that's the problem.
Will you stay there?
Yeah, I'll stay there.
Alright. Herg is going to charge, and that's it. Puck Dukes
Yeah, keep him locked down, Herg.
chilling in the back. I do say this is going quite well. Leos.
Relax just fine, sir. Relax. Gets temp HP.
Thank you.
I take a couple of steps forward so I can get these boys in the AoE. Yeah.
Echoing over the plate man.
Hey. Did ready this one today. Just magic missile in.
As you just start pelting this thing with magic missile. Little pieces of metal start flying off. Just boom, boom.
Next, that's my turn.
Yes. Doug.
Oh, a heat metal would be good on this boy.
Yeah, it would be.
Actually finds purchase.
That's a
Thank
little
you,
ones, my
Doug.
dude.
Run in, Doug. Hold it in place.
Oh, I'm good with the boat. Crumsty.
Don't worry, I'll hold it in place.
Yeah.
Whack. Oh my god, that's so bad.
Oh.
Yike.
You see all 7 heads look at you.
Meep!
And laugh.
Meep!
I did it again. 31.
There you go. Do it to it.
Level 2 smite.
Stab
Isn't
it.
a fiend or undead or whatever.
Negative.
Okay.
Just a huge ass monstrosity.
Just a big bitch.
Good lord, my man.
And that is all.
Alright. And with that, another head falls off. 2 more come out. See some parts of its body regenerate as it keeps producing more heads. There's now 8. Harbinger.
Oh, it's time to get in there. I'm gonna have to do this real quick. Summon another echo. Bonus action. Boom. Flip that motherfucking advantage on. Let's get to work, boys. Oh, fuck my life sideways.
3 and a 2.
First one definitely hit.
Crunch.
Excellent.
And then I'm going to action surge. Let's do it again. Yeah, yeah. Oh my,
The 19 will hit.
my god.
My guy.
Oh, you know what? I'll use my last Unleash Incarnation. That lets me hit one more time with my Echo. Yay!
That'll hit. Another 18 solid. And with that, another head falls off and another 2 take its place.
Oh, oh.
Alright, buddy, you ready to take 4 attacks each?
Yep.
9 heads
Hell yeah.
and 2 tentacles.
Oh, God.
Elaine.
Yeah, the walls kind of shrink a little and shoot a little laser beam at it. Pew! Oh, sorry. Can you click my spell level? There's no save on that. It's just the damage. The save's only for the first one. And the wall gets 10 feet shorter. That's why I drew it in little cubes like that.
Ah,
Makes sense.
I have no bonus actions. So that's me.
Alright. Gorgothydra.
it starts its turn there. Get the fucked.
Natural 20.
Mother of half damage then.
I think the minus D6 can help you.
That's if it ends its turn there.
Okay, yeah, if it ends its turn there, which I feel it might.
It will, but that'll sit there for the time.
Oh yeah, because you might fail your concentration.
So to the echo, and then the 1d6 is gotta be a fucking headache. And your echo shares your AC, right?
No, it's got 18 AC.
18? Alright. First one.
I've got 1 AC more than it.
Second one will miss it, and then it's gonna put 2 into Harbinger. Pretty sure even with the minus d6, a 29 is not going to miss.
Yeah, that's not gonna miss, Chief.
But for the second one, that's still a 19.
That just hits.
So 2 stacks. I need you to make 2 Constitution saving throws.
Did you drink your potion of invulnerability?
No.
No.
So
We all agreed it,
I drank it.
except you.
Didn't we have 4 potions?
We had 4 potions of
We'll
the
give them-
anti-venom.
Yeah,
But we
but
all had a potion of invuln.
yeah.
Was I feeding my cat during that? Or
No, I think that was much before that.
bug?
We
Thankfully,
were given to them by
thankfully, you only take 15 damage and you don't have your health reduced by 2d10 for 24 hours.
Woo!
He does need another con save for his Wall of Thorns, though.
They do.
He needs 2 actually, because those were 2 successful hits there.
I actually can't fail.
Yeah, he's
Roll a
got
10 minimum.
10 minutes.
It's true. So that's good. And then Crom steals 4.
Oh, one hit my Icar, right?
None.
Oh, wow.
Alrighty, and then 2. Thankfully, Rylax's spell there, saving your graces.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, there is a crit in there.
Aha! How about get the fucked? As I shadow mother my Echo over, it must target the Echo.
Then your echo's definitely popped, sir.
Nice.
Oh,
Well, it has 1 HP. How much damage did it actually do?
With that,
Too much.
basically would have done 1d10 plus 6. So 8.
well. I heard the word crit.
So 4 and 4.
I think it doesn't bite hard, it just bites lots.
Yes.
Okay, I got you, buddy.
Thanks, man.
And then it will attempt one more bite on the Harbinger. Misses on a nat 1. And then it's going to try and noodle grab Harbinger and Chromesteel.
What athletic speed, son.
Which both will miss.
Oh.
Thankfully. So then, the wall damage of the thorns
Ow.
comes up. So that would be the net 20, previous the wall thorn. Minus that finally.
And
And int save for the static.
And it also just gets 11 radiant damage for being in my wall, too.
It's really suffering for just standing here.
Well, it's
I-
not
I
like it
like
really
this
got that
one.
far. But with that, 19 radiant damage, you said?
11.
11.
Yes.
And it'll happily scooch one forward.
Herg's gonna cut it off soon.
Quick, stand in front of it. Oh wait, it can just like walk over us.
I think he ain't
Oh,
moving. Like,
Yeah.
where?
Yeah,
20
it's
feet of
huge.
movement.
It's nice.
True.
Don't worry, I'm gonna stop it in its tracks.
Black hole it back.
That's a con save. Look at the size of this thing. How's it gonna work?
It has been
I'm
trash and strength and con checks.
Oh, that's how Mind Whip works. I thought it just increases damage. That's actually really good. Well, it doesn't really help us here. Anyways, I will cast Mind Whip on the Hydra. Intelligence save while I scroll down to where it is on my sheet. There it is.
How do you want to do this?
No!
Hey,
This whole thing got mauled.
I thought it was gonna die when you said that was 19 radiant damage, right? I was like, no.
So anyways, Rylax winds back their arm and a silvery ethereal cord swings towards the Hydra's head, latching on and pulling something intangible out of it. The whip recoils backwards and it collapses.
Sucked its brain.
With that,
Right.
falls straight down. All 9 of its heads finally in her. 2 large tendrils sitting limply by its body. Pretty much. Huge fucking walls and shit.
I grab hold of the globe of invulnerability and like peek around Puck. See if it's dead.
I do say this is very good and glorious.
Well, see what you're paying for?
You are most definitely worth every fucking bit of gold that I spent on all of you.
I've still got my potion of invulnerability.
My wall exerts bright light to 120 feet.
Oh damn.
Blinding. I'm just gonna like explode the entire thing. It's like a celebration.
So, this spectator sport that all these people came here to watch, you made it very hard to watch.
Yes.
With very heavy, loud claps. I'm very impressed. I'm glad you are the ones who will be moving up in the city.
We've decided we want to not go up.
We want to sit in the sand pit.
It's at that
This is our
point.
sand pit now.
At that point, Puck just busts out, fucking archdemon, like, I'm gonna fucking rape you!
I just look up at the blue dragon. Eh?
No, it's deeply with approval.
That was one of the little ones, right?
I'm sure I can make improvements for the next one. Enjoy your victory, and welcome to the upper floors. With that, as he's departing, you can see the woman looking from afar, nods in approval, fairly impressed herself at the demonstration. Turns to accompany Sharon upstairs. A little bit of a waste, not too bad. It's always always worse situations.
I want a Hydra tooth.
Yeah, I was gonna rip one out of its head.
You can definitely get one. You see Herg is like standing like, oh damn bullshit. Ooh, what the fuck is that smell? As you're sitting very close to it, anyone who stands next to it needs to make me a Constitution saving throw at advantage if you have poison resist.
Oh yeah.
All right, you managed to resist being poisoned for 24 hours.
No, thanks. Harbinger, can you grab one for me?
I'm fine.
Would you like for a whole head?
No.
Cuts
Can
off the
carry
head,
that.
Oh,
gets back up. You what?
I don't think I could carry that, Harbinger.
I will take a smaller tooth for myself.
A single head from this thing is like the size of a fucking horse.
Good point. I'm going to take some eyes and some teeth.
You get sword-sized teeth of a Hydra.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm gonna
Why do
give
you want the eyes?
Launch.
Who knows what an alchemist wants?
I An alchemist might want the blood.
You do see as well.
I guess I'll take an eye too. Why not?
You do see also these strange cephalopod tendrils on the side. Looks soft and gelatinous on the outside, but you can see the muscle and the sinew that's relaxed now, and the hidden, almost like bizarre mouth and teeth. Almost that like of an Odiug, or something had mixed this Hydra with an Odiug and gave the benefit of those crushing tendrils.
Make a snuggie at a.
Can I fill my vial of anti-venom with venom?
Roll me a survival as well as another con check as you do that, because you have to sit there in that stench for a while. Will be poisoned. Well, you have it at. Well, yeah, it's advantage. Unfortunately, you're going to be poisoned for 24 hours.
Oh my god.
Unless cured. But you do get a vial of Golgolith Hydra poison. If you manage to strike an enemy with this, they'll be poisoned for 24 hours and also have their health permanently reduced for that 24 hours by 1d10.
Nice.
On a side note, if anyone were to be hit by this, that is not of a Warforged mate, would be subjected to a disease of unknown origin.
What's the DC on the poison?
19.
What's that second part you said? About...
Give a tooth each to Hug and Doug.
Hey! We did good, boss.
Profits for your victory.
Yeah! We're the best bodyguards.
Yeah, Doug did that 5 damage. That was needed.
Yeah, you see that legendary shot?
I weakened it just enough.
I must say, this very joyous occasion makes me rather excited. If we move quickly up to the next floor, could very easily get a chance to possibly see the trade bazaar. The golden trade bazaar.
Since I'm already poisoned, I want to take little pucks, empty bottles, and fill them with poison venom as well.
Oh, delightful. There you are.
How much of that Hydra do you reckon you can sell?
If I'll carve it up right. You can see he's like estimating parts out in his head. Probably most of the fangs should be pretty good to a lot of them. Apple flows especially at the other shops. I know a few wizards are up there, will have to be. And towards the end of it, I might be able to get about 20,000 after a bit of unscrupulous dealing, if I can get it carved up right.
Spend some time helping you cut it up. Or cut up the price.
Well, you better be careful. Some of those parts are precious.
Axe it with axe.
No! No! Please! There's so much money there!
Okay, I got a 6 in survival. That's not bad, right?
It's alright.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not bad.
not bad.
My tendency to roll ones.
Hey, Chrome Steel.
Yes.
Can I get a hand of this poison?
I've got to, you know. Sure. Lay on hands. Kill your poison.
Thank you. I don't think we'll be fighting anything else today.
Give me the part that you wanted, Elaine.
Yeah.
Hey.
I also just want one of the big things. Just so cool.
Also, for every roll, make sure to declare which part you're trying to carve.
I just pried out one of its eyes. Do I need to make a roll? I don't care how whole it is.
For the eye, no. It's a little bit sloppy, but it's easy enough to carve out one of the eyes there. If you're going for it, like, intact, then you would have to roll survival.
Nah, I'm fine either way.
Oh, survival. I'm good at survival. Give me advantage. I'll get it for you.
All right.
Oh. Oh. What part were you covering? More eyeballs?
Whatever Rylox wanted. Yeah, whatever Rylox wanted.
I just wanted an eye.
Alright.
Oh.
You very easily carve out a very, very pristine eye. One of the fresher ones that grew, and scarily enough, is matured into full size.
Oh.
My.
Yes, I don't think we can exactly lay claim to the armor of his pet, though the flesh is fair game, as far as I recall from many of these matches. Plenty of good eating.
Well, that's probably the safest thing in it. Oh, actually, it's full of poison. I'd rather eat this than anything from the below floor.
I'd give it a chance if it wasn't so fucked with by magic.
Perhaps the food will get better as we ascend the floors.
I would imagine so. Never had the delights of eating elven cuisine, but by proxy of eating the people, it's rather sweet.
Not too sure what to do with that information.
Yeah, duly shared, duly shared. Anything else you would like to try and procure? Gland, heart, brain? Hydra hide.
Oh, yeah. Don't have any containers.
We have a bag of holding.
Yes. I would like to wear its skin. Not some of it. All of it.
Full of Hydra blood.
Have we got any Tupperware?
Puck pulls out his kidney dine and dash box.
Iron Dash. It's got a doggy bag.
I have 4 large jars for unscrupulous purposes that are currently empty.
Pulls out a dog bag, actual dog inside. Hold on.
No.
For fruit.
Oh, yellow.
Old Yeller got eaten by ogres. This
And a bottle of saint.
Damn ogre farms. Yeah, in all seriousness, all I have is like 4 jars.
Glands, poison.
Back a sec.
Hydra tongue for stew.
But I will help Puck
La, la, la.
full profit.
Alright. Go ahead and roll me the survival for, well, what would you like to go for first? More teeth thing? Oh, well, obviously thing. Well, glands, scales.
Ooh, good bit of scales.
Alright, that's a pretty easy one of 16.
Oh, yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm still here to help you, and I'm giving you anatomy-based directions.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna continue doing this, but pure effect.
The scales are on the outside.
Use a sharp-bladed instrument to remove the scales.
Flat side down so you can pull them right out of the socket. Use it.
Don't put your fork into the electrical socket.
Use it in a scraping motion. Much like your shoe after stepping in dog shit. Meanwhile, Leoris over here just questioning life.
So easy.
Think about it, Leoris. The usual contestants are probably hobgoblins.
Oh yeah, also I have a surprise for everybody. Well, mainly Harbinger since he's getting so filthy.
Is it a talent?
No, I learned prestidigitation yesterday. We finally have somebody that knows it.
It can be cleaned.
Finally, a bath.
I learned mage hand.
I'm not sure what this word clean is, but I'm sure it's profitable.
I feel like the higher up we go, the more clean everything will be.
Ooh, like the sound of that.
See, when you look at me, clean. Look at Harbinger, not clean.
Yeah.
That's what clean is.
Not drenched in blood, then. I got you.
Yes. And you know, no holes in my clothing.
Fair point. I like a nice crisp pair of jorts myself.
Jorts?
Yes.
Did you just say a nice crisp pair of jorts? Oh, if the ogre knows what jorts is, society is truly lost.
Fun. Don't want to rob Harbinger of all his survival carvings.
So which way do we go to the next floor?
With that, the other ogre that was guarding the way, this Harbinger obviously will carve up. We'll do the rolls when Chester gets back.
Actually, there's 8 of us still in here. Only one may leave.
Well, time to turn into a gelatinous cube. Sorry, boys.
I fly to the roof.
I cast fly on myself as well.
Roof consumes you. It was a mimic the whole time.
You're vulnerable to fire, right?
Oh, you don't know which ooze is vulnerable to fire now.
Let's see. Escorted by the previous said ogre, who was guarding the first lane, will happily lead you to the second floor. The second city.
Holy what? I'm surprised my man lives on the second floor out of like a possible like 10, I think someone said. Actually, to be
I
fair, they
heard
don't.
there were hundreds.
To be fair, they don't actually know.
That was also everybody on the bottom floor stating that.
There's actually only 2 floors.
I just tell people there's 10 so they get their hopes up.
Yo, what are these boys?
Which boys?
What is this?
So, as you enter into this main floor, you can hear army drills, magic and militaristic practices. You see 2 curiously altered-looking ogres with huge tusks, red skin, heavily adorned with plate armor and various savage-looking weaponry.
That looks like raw muscle.
From
Fire wizard spotted.
From the corridors behind them, you can hear what sounds like various hobgoblin regiments, others that are currently training, practicing, and being called out to order. Further in, you can hear some magics being practiced off the left side corridor, a humongous.
Oh my god, who is this Chad on my screen?
It
I'm back at this fucking axe.
It is X.
This is Axe. Also, by the way, just go ahead and give me 2 more rolls between the glands and the fangs.
Oh my god.
Oh.
My god.
Chevron
You removed all their teeth.
got pretty much the majority of the fangs. It's gonna be some good sale. Glands a little busted up for some, but seems acceptable for others.
Good.
But you did manage to get about 336 scales for armor.
Baby,
Don't
I
we just
need
put
some
that-
of that.
Do you want me to just put that into party loot, or do you want to hold on to it?
I'm gonna just let you do that.
Okay. It's not like I want it, I'm just asking.
I mean, you can have as many as you want. We have quite the excess.
It's true.
Hydra scales, all the Hydra's teeth. Hydra glands, etc. Bit busted up.
Let's see. So, echoing down the corridor further, you do see in the large, giant ruins that have been kept into a pristine order, large regiments of hobgoblins paying salute to Shouting Call. The company that he has in the lounging pile nearby, as he is relished with compliments as well as the display of the army he has before him. Obviously, making sure that everything is in top shape for future plans. You do see other various elves are within this court as well. A few creatures. You assume goblin or other shadows that dash by in the lanes, obviously out of sight, or you assume out of sight, questioningly enough. Though, it doesn't seem accurate. It's like if there was a person there, but then just their shadow was. Almost like you see them out of the peripheral of your vision, and then when you look directly at them, you only see their shadow running across the wall. From the right corridor, as you are entering into this man's main lane for his soldiers, you can hear the sounds of sloshing water and the occasional crackle of torches. A couple of loud conversations being had across the way between various ogres, as far as you could tell. On the left side, you smell what seems to be a form of kitchen, food, beer, other eateries that are at full work. You could see that one or two have come down the left lane, gone to the soldiers' quarters, and occasionally back and forth to keep refilling their bellies. You can even see between the various delights and all these sounds, Hergendurg look almost dumbfounded, incapable of really comprehending of what they're witnessing right now, of the absolute majesty of an army this organized, even between various brutes of the few ogres who managed to make it up here themselves. And then, even so, Puck drooling with absolute desire, looking at the new word in his vocabulary, cleanest of the caverns that he's seen.
Wait, do they have a pool?
Why is Crumb's HP still breaking?
Oh my god, yeah, it's like
It was doing it in the last room because he was next to the GIF.
I broke it up purpose.
On the right, I think there's a pool, probably where the
Yeah, your
Hydra
health
lived.
was doing it too, so I think it's just that area is doing it.
This place is cursed.
This place is glorious.
Not as many elves as I assumed. What the fuck?
So,
Looks like she's been hanging out with Gul'dan.
off to the left, an enormous woman who stands 34 feet tall.
What the fuck?
Her body has been inscribed in various magic, runes, and other incantations. She seems to be constantly conversing with some form of arcane energies, or flowing them around herself, and seems to be bringing about other various enchantments to this area of study. In her main section of this hall, you can see the walls are lined with tomes sized to giants specifically, as well as the other curious artifacts that she has with her is one enormous large glaive, a few other pieces of what seems to be old draconic skin that has been inscribed with various spells, and a tome that has scales and designs entirely made from that of a gold dragon's skin. Off to the right, you would see an area where a wyvern is kept. Currently, the rider is not with him,
So to say, is the man also there?
but you do see one battle-hardened wyvern seems to be poaching around its main nest, an area where huge amounts of hay and other meats have been stacked up. Some that look like old soldiers, others maybe elves and other ilk. You can see a few goblins as well who got too close, cheeky, and thinking that they could mess with it, and was immediately clawed down. Further up the lane, you can see there are multiple corridors that get closer to Shavroncole's lounging throne. You can tell from the sounds on the right that seems to be greater studies of magic and improvement with incantation. On the left is a few studies as well as martial corridors where many of the hobgoblins have stayed for completing the army of what Shavroncole has on this floor, as well as other martial masters that continue to train and improve their soldiers within this area. What he seems to be building up towards, you're not entirely sure, though it seems like he's been here for some time. In the midst of this lane, aside from martial prowess, you see one person that seems to be giving a fair amount of tutelage to two other hobgoblins that are constantly practicing various fire magics. Seems to be launching up what seems to be fireballs, trying to make them as explosive and expansive as possible while still being able to manipulate them and not detonate or burn themselves.
Wizards.
You're so glorious to be here. I never thought I'd get this far. Not since that
I don't know what he
last time.
needs so many soldiers for. If he's just sitting here in his cave.
Plans. Long, clandestine plans. He has a desire that no one's had the chance to hear. Maybe here, I'll finally get to hear his beauteous plan.
Considering there's no real contest out in this desert, maybe he wants to found his own nation.
He already has. This plateau is, without a doubt.
Well, yeah, but nobody else knows he's really here.
Yes. Only Warrenthos knows he exists, apparently.
And that is a good deal that they have going. What better than to have an enemy ready to strike with an army in any direction that no one knows about? Quite devious, isn't it?
Quite.
Yeah.
I'm going to, fuck, I don't know if I would... Yeah, I would always have that necklace that Zircon gave me out. So I'm going to stash my Razdorum family symbol into my bag. They've definitely noticed it already, though.
Oh, I'm sure they have.
For shiggity sure, baby.
Then maybe I won't, because it looks sus if I tried to hide it.
Aside from Chevron
I
Cole,
don't. I keep it in.
Aside from Chevron Cole lounging in his pile of gold at the far end of the cabin, doesn't seem like the wealth that someone who runs a city like this would really have. Seems less, curiously enough.
Poor.
At the other sides, you see a few other, well, ways moving further in. But you do see, curiously enough, large, sentinel-looking constructs. Look very old, enchanted with a lot of magic from years ago. Though they sit silent and just continue to sentry the stairs as far as you can tell. If you don't mind, I think I can smell the money in this direction. I've heard so much about the Gold Bazaar. That you see Puckdukes immediately making his way towards the right corridor.
See that he can smell money.
Money?
I smell pennies.
He can tell we're impoverished. He wants nothing to do with us.
I mean, we have an equal share to that Hydra, so it's...
I mean, I'm carrying most of it, so it's not really like he's running off with it.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, if our goal is to continue upwards, then we should probably socialize with the blue one.
Are we allowed to?
Well, we have proven ourselves.
No one's told us we're not allowed to.
I suppose let's get closer and see what happens.
Gotta take the initiative. Let me just scout out these stairs real quick.
Do the thing where you enter a forbidden section and everything in the room turns around to shoot at you.
Gonna eye these fireball guys as I go past. Are they any good?
For them, you can definitely tell that these are not the best, but still practiced wizards. You can tell that from the demonstration of magical prowess that they're trying to perfect, effectively that of an evoker, where when they land a fireball, protecting their allies from it, and then still being able to basically annihilate everyone within that area, thus improving the hobgoblin regiments to a much more frightful degree. Not far behind that person, you see, curiously, an elf who seems to be paying attention towards the back regiment of hobgoblins that have their longbows out, making sure to keep their regiment instructed and in line, improve them as much as they can. You can see even the other hobgoblins, curiously enough, hang on to every word they say. Like, this has been happening for some time. They're quite used to that. Over across the way, as you do take note of them, you also see another two that seem to be whispering amongst each other, looking back and forth. You can see that they do don symbols of the unseelie, as they seem to kind of chitter amongst each other quietly, looking over the regiments that have been practicing within the hall. Occasionally gets distracting with the loud grunts of the ogres, but you can even see the chain brutes trying to perfect their combat, and the other ogre brutes trying to master being able to grapple or strangle, or maybe even remove armor from other people while snapping their bones and limbs or disabling them as best as they could. Derek, quickly follow up behind you, Harvard.
Ah, yes, my faithful minions.
Got your back, boss. Ain't no one gonna fucking jump us, hey?
I need to give these guys like 5 books of intelligence to get them at a basic intelligent level.
Awaken might work on them at their current intelligence.
What about a circle?
Oh, that'll
Yeah,
be
the circlet's a much more cost-effective solution.
it.
They're 90,000 every time.
I could see mobbing arrows. My God. Is this what it's like to be able to taste?
Intelligence is directly correlated to taste.
Cannot do 2 things at once. He cannot walk and breathe. Cannot blink and taste.
I have a serious question. Is the blue guy like laying down in his money?
Yes. Yes, he is.
Okay, and because he walks like a human, does he lay down like a human?
Ooh.
Is he laying down on his back?
Laying down on his side like if you were to see someone seductively lounging in a bedroom.
French girl.
Yeah.
Fucking great. Oh my god.
No, I needed to picture that because I was like, if this guy's like a full-ass dragon laying down on his back, that looks so weird.
I forgot that he walked like a person, so now cursed image back in my brain. Thank you.
I said earlier, does he wear pants too?
Hell no.
It's very weird.
Everything's hanging out.
All I can think of is the stupid meme. If the dragon were to wear pants, would he wear like this or this?
The fucking front. Or this.
Front pants. Oh, no one seemed to stop us.
No. They do not stop you at all. They have regiments to perfect. Orders to follow.
I'll give a bow.
Welcome. I must admit I have not seen it infused for some time who was not going to the market.
Don't know how to feel about that. I'm Elaine Yaring. These are my friends, and we're here to see the Shadowfey King.
You are. That's
I'll just hold up my hand, the hand with the ring on it.
You think yourself capable of freeing him from his task?
At least like to see what exactly his situation is. But we do have a history of freeing the trapped ones.
Do you now? Do you know of their faults?
Well, we know that not a good idea to open many of them.
Well, I could imagine that there's been a bit of hypocrisy on some of them. Though I must admit I am very impressed with your demonstration on my pet. Very rare happenstance to witness such a quick slaughter on a almost perfected beast. Biscuit boy. Do you know the Biscuit Boy?
Something relay.
I suppose I could consider letting you have a chance at it, though it would disappoint me to have a new champion so thoroughly gutted. You see, the king is not kept within a vault, but more hearsay to his promise.
Yes, we heard he was contracted to watch over something important.
The last portal to Abia.
A beer? Have I heard of that? A beer?
A beer. Beer. Roll me a history check.
Nope.
Unfortunately not. For that could be some fanciful playing, as far as you know. A portal that was giving refuge to the giants of these lands, where they were able to leave peacefully for the remainder after the war. The city was their last remaining bastion, and they had time to make way for safety. Though obviously a few had stayed behind, as I'm sure you had seen entering in.
Why would they still want it open? It's been almost 1,000 years since the giants were last here.
Well, they used to constantly have seers and other shamans constantly talking about a new son of Amon coming. Always hemming and hawing and crying about the son will come back and the father will bear witness. Though I have first-hand knowledge that those matters have been complicated, much to my delight. Of course, I would have to say that would be more to my friend who's informed me of this matter. He gestures towards the woman who's standing silent nearby. You can see her kind of give a polite smile, soft nod in your directions. If I recall, the highest passive perception was 18 or 16?
I think it was 18 on the yours.
18.
It's 19.
19.
Whoa!
Damn.
I'm the 16.
Nice.
You would definitely take note that, curiously enough, some of the gold that she seems to be standing on looks like it's heated up and become pliable.
What?
Wait, what? Why did I just use an axe attack?
Hey, go get him, boss! We're taking over! Of course, if you're looking for, well, the court, there are plenty others nearby who might be able to assist. Though a few of them have been able to approach the great king, he does remain honest to his word, and until that portal is gone, he will remain. And so long as that portal's open, I still have chats with those who are on the other side, as much as they are rather angry ones. Some, like my friend, has come out of curiosity.
Will there be any obstructions on our way to meet him?
No, there would not, though it would be very amusing to see you try.
Try.
To do whatever you plan to do to free him.
Well, like I said, I'm going to get a picture of the situation first.
Understand.
Speak with him ourselves. He'll probably offer the most viable solution possible.
Then I will warn him of your coming. Not rudely, of course. A meeting, respectively, of a court. It'd be impolite to not announce yourself in arrival.
Yes, if you could tell him that his second in command, the one who's leading his stead, the Shadowfey Enchantress, and then I'd list off like 10 other of her nicknames.
The 2-hour list.
Yeah. I'll just like go with the major ones, like Supreme Commander of the fucking blah blah blah. She's the one who sent us here.
I would be more than happy to. Though I must admit the excitement after that demonstration. Is she free? Looks at
Is
you,
she free?
Harbinger.
Is too free.
Let's not be coy.
We know many a female.
Sorry,
All of them are free.
His-
I'm sorry. The
his-
women have escaped.
his int's not very high. He means Zymon. Because he said after that demonstration we saw of you
right.
using a bunch of Simon's powers right
We
in front
sure
of him.
did.
All for screaming their name. I don't believe. Actually, I don't know.
She's about as free as she's ever been.
No. I'm pretty sure she's not free, but she has some measure of control over the world still.
What I meant by that is her status has not changed.
A pity.
She's as free as she was before.
I was most definitely looking forward to finally meeting her.
Honestly, wouldn't look forward to it. It's not that great.
Might I ask, where have you freed?
I freaked my cat and said yeet.
Yeah, we heard him. Okay, guess what? Yeet.
He was sitting on my computer tower. Yes, continue.
He's asking you, who have you freed?
I mean, don't want to show all of our cards, do we?
You can see a big smile creep across his face. He thought we were just having a delightful conversation. Of course, I might consider getting you up there faster. If you'd be interested in a mission I had in mind. Something in the aggressive manner. I'm not sure if you have heard of the Obsidian Queen to the south.
Yes, I've had a few things. We've had our run-ins.
She's gotten quite aggressive, though in my own power I do not have enough strength to deal with her. I intend to call my master back to this world after the unfortunate incident that had happened to him. The one who taught me much of my pliable skills with magic. One that is, well, father to my guest. I'm sure after a pliable assistance, he would be more than happy to grant you boon. Might even help you get rid of the damnable portal.
Your master.
Yes. Forgive me. I know he had left this land some time ago. Daedalus, god of meteors, ruler of the Ruby Palace and the Fire Plains.
Just... probably not.
You call that a history check? This is a history check.
Oh no.
I don't have advantage, it's the 19. Draw.
Elaine, you remember hearing a little bit of story of this, especially like brief surmising that Daedalus had traveled the lands here and actually built up one of the kingdoms. Rylax, a little bit the same, but you also remember that he was also betrothed to the Obsidian Queen, curiously enough. But somewhere along the line, they had a disagreement and a grab at power. As for what city that they had originally presided over and managed to build up here, you can't remember exactly which one. I thought it was to the north.
To the north?
The Obsidian Queen ruled over the south, and he assisted in the north, before suddenly disappearing on his own venture.
And there's a big dragon city who worships some unknown red dragon.
Yeah, they got big dragon statues.
Oh my god, do they worship Daedalus?
No, not like this.
Surprise.
That's fucking...
They must have a very idealistic view of that guy.
Yeah, if he just made their town and fucked off.
Yeah, that's probably what
He's
happened.
a bastard. Why did he do that?
If it's not too rude to ask, what happened to him?
In the explanation from his daughter, you really hear? Her mother, one who's responsible for the reasoning of the giants not having a future. Claiming the throne of Amon was not an easy task. Millerin Ironbark serves with the Silver Dragons now, ascended to gold. Many glyphs of warding were built up over time in one of her tribes. after plying a trade of forcefully enticing him to be able to see and take care of his daughters, was abruptly destroyed and assaulted by the Earth Lord Tartarus as well, and banished back to the fire plane.
Well,
Obviously not permanently destroyed, but I do have an idea of how to bring him back. It might be difficult. I think you might be able to assist me in some way with your blessings.
so you're saying your master was an enemy of Tartarus, but... Oh, wait. No, I don't want to word this. Was he an enemy of the Giants?
Quite thoroughly. Did unscrupulous things to them.
Enemy of Tartarus, enemy of the Giants. Sounds like a nice guy to me.
Quite the valiant defender. Birthed the entire nation, in a way.
This may be a job we could consider, but I still would like to talk to the king before we decide to. It's possible we could free him on our own. And we had a run-in with the Obsidian Queen's son, which didn't go too well.
Oh, one of her children.
Kulti something. It was a very strange name.
Ooga Booga Man.
Yeah, that's the one.
Mikola Kote.
Mikote.
Nikola Tesla.
Glad it's one that dabbles in more divine. If it is one with the more physicality aspect, you might be in deeper trouble.
As I'm saying, if we had a lot of trouble even standing against one of her children, I don't know what much we could do to her.
And that is why my master is needed.
Thought you wanted us to mess with her to get your master back.
No. I want you to mess with a town. A city.
Could you define mess with?
Killing everyone.
Oh, a preemptive guess. The big statues of Badelus are actually keeping him trapped. Maybe they hate him.
Big brain move.
I need you to trigger the wards that protect the city.
I mean, I just point to my necklace. Got my allegiances. Hopefully it's a city I don't like.
How do you feel about Creekmont?
We have a very good business with those in Creekmont, and they are... I assume... I don't really know as me, but I assume we have pretty good business with them.
They are personal friends of the Restaurant family.
Yeah.
Imagine how overjoyed they would be if you brought back their savior.
But why do they have wards preventing him coming back if they want him back?
It won't
Do you,
prevent.
do you say that, Gromsteel?
So,
Because I would like to know if you guys are buddies with the Emperor. That'd be very useful to know right now.
if Harbinger said that, then I said that. But I
I
thought
was
we were.
there for it.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
Harbinger wasn't there.
Yeah,
And
right.
neither was I.
Met him as any city.
I was a blind man at the time.
Right.
Why haven't they brought him back themselves if they like him so much?
Many do not need or see the relevance of the statues he's left behind. He put
You're
it
saying they don't
as an
they don't
emergency.
know what they do.
Correct.
I mean, I do feel it's possible we could ask someone in power in Creekmont if they actually know what they do. See that you're on the level.
If you have enough sway to get there, perhaps they would be interested. Finally meet the great lord who built the city from dirt.
Hmm. I know he'll probably be like grateful that we, saved him from his plane of fire, but would he actually help us after we saved him?
As much as my father has been declared dangerous by some, particularly in pertaining mostly to my mother, he is still not without reason and still a god. He has his sensibilities about him and protected them long ago. If you're worried about being able to procure other things, I would be more than happy to pay you, as well as give you access to some of the interesting items that my mother had managed to make for me and my sister. Ones that are very powerful. Of course, then again, if it's not money, then what else would entice you other than items enchanted and crafted by a wizard who stormed into Jotunheim, slew a god with their friends, made them into one, placing them rightly so on there, and then immediately killed her own husband out of interest of her own.
That sounds like Billy.
That sounds like an amazing story.
You should tell us about it again, Chrome.
Nope.
Kromsa, please retell it entirely.
I'm sure we can come to an agreement if we decide to go through with this.
I'm sure you would be very beneficial.
Can I ask another question?
Please.
If it's so easy to do, why haven't you done it yourself? It's not like they'd recognize you on sight.
If it were easy to do, I would not need to ask. You have something in particular that I have not been able to ascertain. Or at least, two of you have demonstrated this.
Oh, that. Yeah, that makes sense.
The blessings.
Exactly.
It is true that some of the vaults we have encountered required these blessings to open.
Is that how the boards are disabled then? A bit of Simon's touch?
Maybe it just needs to be any other god.
A lot of Simon's touch, and that is the theory. The others have been locked away for a time in the vaults. Creekmont has seen peace for many a year. I don't mean to break the peace or silence those who enjoy it. I only mean to give them back the savior who had made their city and bring back my father. Obviously, there is no ill intent. At the same, the Obsidian Queen would have to immediately pay attention to him and his endeavors. He still has claim to some of the lands that she rules over. She has been uncontested for a time.
Not entirely. Do you mind if I confer with my allies for a moment?
Please.
Group up. Be quiet. Shh.
Hush. Hush.
Alright. This Bayless guy doesn't sound too bad if he's, an enemy of the Giants and Tartarus. But if he does defeat the Obsidian Goddess, then she'll no longer be distracting the Soul Forged.
From what I've been told, Badeless is chaotic and unpredictable. He was less of an ally and more of an enemy of the enemy.
Do you know Bayless?
Heard of him.
Not going to give us another lecture, are you?
This is not the time or place.
I mean, I think that we should consider it, but we should actually talk to the people of Creekmont, because they might know more.
Yeah,
Maybe Bayless acted differently when he lived here.
I don't think it would be too hard for me to speak with someone higher up there about
I'm
what
sure
their wards actually do.
They must have stories about him, and they must know something about what their wards do. Maybe they want him back just as much as she does.
I think the course of action for the moment should be to speak with the Shadow King, see if we can't solve it in any other way. And if we can't, then speak to the people of Creekmont.
Yeah, that is the additional point that it doesn't really solve anything if he doesn't actually help us.
I'm sure we can secure some sort of audience with the Emperor to ask him personally about the wards.
Could send him a message.
I suppose you could.
We also could go ask the other one that we freed if he can help in any way. That might also be an option.
Lewis, it's a little rude to sort of just message the Emperor. Maybe you should message Scrat and ask him to send a message to the Emperor himself.
We had dinner with the
We're
Emperor
sort
once.
of
It's not
friends.
rude.
Yeah, we met him.
The Emperor of Creekmont.
He was
Yeah.
very nice.
We saved him from an assassination, but it wasn't for him. It was for our other friend.
But you might be right.
Zircon.
Yes.
Huge.
Yeah, I heard about the assassination, so you don't have to hide that from me.
Yes, we were all having dinner with the Emperor at the time.
Okay.
You may be right, though. I could send a message to Rosine. It's one of his servants. Maybe she could set something up for us.
That sounds much more professional. Actually, don't know how long it's going to take us to get there. Even if we do decide to do this, maybe hold off.
Why not speak to the ones who managed this creature?
What do you mean?
Speak to Tartarus. It's on my to-do list. Isn't he on the other side of the world where Junius was from?
Yes, Lostrana.
The Auras can speak to people at great distances.
It is a little difficult when it's someone I do not know. I think it only worked for Reckoner because I had someone with such a good knowledge of them.
Like you were able to talk to anyone.
No, it needs to be someone I'm familiar with. Someone I've met or someone close to one of you would be good. At least then, you could give me a good description, and hopefully, that works. But all I really know of this Tartarus and Milirin is they are somehow related to Urali, and I guess Raxiel and Steno. We met them on the boat, remember?
Yes, I recall.
So, small world, huh?
Raxiel, the merchant with the ship.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
the
that one.
flying ship.
Do you recall him saying he was from far away?
I flick through my notebook and open to the page of Draxiel and Steno and be like, we met them in Creekmont as well.
I did see Scrat talking with this one about a bank or something.
We do seem to meet everybody. Then somebody else talks about.
Either way, before we decide to message anyone, we think we should meet with the Sheriff King ourselves and see if, all we need to do is press a button or something.
Yes, we should get
release
more of an
Bayless.
informed decision.
See what he knows about Bayless as well.
Yes.
Yep.
If you don't mind, I'd like a little time. I want to add to my collection.
Sure.
Point at the notebook and kind of motion towards Chevron Cool and Urali.
I'll just turn
Might
around.
want to ask them permission first.
I'm going to.
Right.
Sketches I do from memory. A proper painting takes time.
I'll just turn around, get their attention again. We've come to a decision. Well, it's the same one I had earlier. We would like to speak to the Lord before we decide to do anything in Creekmont.
Very well. I will schedule an appointment. Till then, you are welcome to stay within the regiment barracks. Unless you would prefer diviner delights. Gestures towards one of the back rooms. Up behind him.
I am interested in things divine.
I'd rather not sleep in a room full of sweaty hobgoblins.
Very well. I'll even allow you access to the bath. I will turn in for the night myself. Good night, Uriel. Gives a polite bow. Cole starts to head up the stairs. Of that, you see, just really looks at the rest of you. Gives a bit of a narrowing look. Starts walking off towards her room on the left side of the hall.
It's one way to rebel against your mother. Go raise your father from the dead.
Mom said I couldn't play with the Xbox, so I raised Dad from the dead.
So I got the Necronomicon. I'm gonna play on that Xbox. Even if I have to desecrate his grave.
Damn. Josh, you knew exactly what to do to make me actually want to bring back Badeless.
It's like I planned it or something.
Not if I can help it.
I don't know who that Beatless guy is, and I don't care.
Would you like to hear?
No, I'm gonna go
Tell me
check to see how
more.
much money Puck has made for me.
Money?
I mean, to be fair, basically all you have to tell me is he summoned a volcano in a populated town, and I'll be like, oh, fuck that guy.
Fuck that man. He's an asshole.
I mean, yeah, once we get to our private room, I'm gonna.
I'm just gonna be right back for like 2 minutes.
Just didn't want to say it in this big room.
The man in the money room.
The money room.
It's the money, Lebowski.
Where's the money? It's the drowning Puck. No! No!
Please. So,
Suppose I'll need another a different time to try and get a nice painting.
no French dragons for you. Not yet.
Not yet. Well, if he wants to sleep, I don't want to interrupt.
So, with that, you can see as you enter into this room very quickly, Harbinger. Puck is obviously boarding out a huge wealth of cash with a hobgoblin gentleman over here. Finely adorned, wonderful looking plate armor and a beautifully made sword. What the fuck? As well as within this room, various weapons and instruments of destruction, gold, potions, shields, armor, all that you could want to trade. Some from elven lands, others from human, some from dragonborn, and even dwarvish to make. This gold bazaar is a huge swath that many would desire to trade with. Quickly turns around to you. Oh, delightful. I've managed to procure funds for those delightful places you've got off. All you have to do is get them up here, and my good friend here is more than happy to sell them to a few alchemists about the land who have a great interest in diseases, venoms, and the scaly hide of a hydra. Exotic monsters do nicely on the market.
Sound good. Go and hug. Find the others and bring the stuff.
Yes, boss. With that, they don't wait a single second. They just start fucking booking it up. What would the rest of you be doing at the time?
Constructing a message for my boss.
I would like a raise.
No. Not even getting paid.
Getting ripped off.
I want money. Money.
You need workers union.
While Cromstill's trying to do his own shit, I'm gonna be asking him about Beetles. Because he seems to be the only one of a different opinion. Also.
Ooh.
Nice.
Very nice.
Okay. Have we moved to a private room? Where's our room?
I assume he probably went over to that, whatever room he decided to give us.
The ones at the back that you're welcome to
Yeah.
accompany in the soft, silky sheets and other company.
Which way?
Up behind the throne, I think, there's rooms.
Oh, back there.
Money!
They look like sex rooms.
I wish to sleep in the money.
Is it? Tell me if I'm going the right way.
You definitely are.
Is that a
Oh,
man
whoa. Oh.
in a pool?
I
Yeah.
told you.
Lots of men. Lots
Well,
of
only one way to find out.
lots
Come
of
on.
elven men.
Is this the exact room he pointed out?
Both left or
yeah.
right?
He said we're free to use them. And something about them being divine?
I see
Oh,
nothing
no.
divided here. Double fury.
I told you,
Yeah.
man. They look like sex rooms.
Is
I
this
can
ship-
see that from back here.
is there a
breeding
door?
zone.
Are there doors on
Yes,
the rooms?
there is a door. So when you open up, it's quite an interesting situation. As beholden unto you, a male harem. Even though the tokens are red velveteen shirts and all, it is very scantily clad silk adorning their bodies, very close to that of a dancer.
Are they just hanging about? Laying on beds?
Very much so. Some look rather excited for a moment, and then even more aesthetic when it's a new face.
Is this our room?
Welcome, please come in. Make yourselves at home.
I think you guys might have misunderstood something.
No,
What
I
could we
see
have
what's
possibly
going on,
misunderstood? It's also weirdly crowded.
Is there anything that we can get you?
Yes, an empty room, please.
Oh, of course, of
I'll
course.
stand out of the way of the door.
If you need anything, please do not be bashful. We are more than happy to accompany all needs and services. As the parade of men go scantily by.
Some food wouldn't hurt.
Right away.
Look at them, scanting about.
Things they're meant to be like room service.
Yes, rooms.
I said I don't think they're meant to be that. And it's kind of weird to use them that way.
I wonder how many naked elves he has in his own room.
I think I
Maybe a
speak
few
for all
more
of
if
us.
we keep them ones kicked out for
And
the
happen to
night.
think about it.
I think I speak for all of us when I say I don't think any of us want to use them for their proper intention.
I do not want them to come back into this room.
I
That's
don't
the
think you
harem.
want to use the beds that they were using either.
I use the spell Create Black Light.
I wasn't going to, but where are you going to sleep?
Here, bedrolls.
Where's Herg going to sleep?
He's suddenly at the door just...
I
Hey!
don't think them too. Yeah.
Hey!
Yes?
Hello.
The boss wants the spoily bits. We go for salad.
Do you want to carry them?
Yes.
Okay. I will unload all of the scales, organs, and parts into their hands.
They very happily scoop them up and yeah, the boss is gonna be so happy. They don't even care that they got blood all over themselves.
I'll clean you up when you come back.
Obviously, selling entails as her can do. Go back to the Harbinger, stacking out the fresh meat.
I'll just walk over to this bed and sniff it.
Separate them into individual piles.
Yes, boss. We just start separating them out and even trying to get the fangs to like different size categories. As you smell the bed, Elaine. Very perfuming. Soft potpourri kind of wafts through the air. And you even see incense kind of burning in the room, and everything smells like it's been freshly cleaned and properly kept. Occasionally, small waft of wine as you see one or two bottles that have been left open as you hurried the male servants out quickly.
Lovely.
I'll just sit on the bed. Can't be that bad. It seems like they clean up here often.
The bed sheets are made from gossamer spider silk.
Well, this isn't the first floor after all.
So, Crumb, you seem to be quite against this Betalist character.
He was quite the villain in the stories I was told.
Is this just religious over-exaggeration, or was he actually, like, horrible?
I will tell you everything that I know. And then Chrome Steel tells you everything that he knows.
1 + 1 is 2.
However much that is, up to you, Josh. How much have I been told about Daedalus?
Pretty much what you know from the stories, but that would be about the degree. So, detailed enough to the point of where obviously banishing him seems like a good idea, but also nothing really else of in-between endeavors and any other aggressions.
So, would he know about the volcano?
I'd say, like the one he came out of? Yeah.
No, the one he summoned in fucking...
Oh, everybody knows about that. It's like the biggest. That's the biggest story about Nutchester and how the Emerald Mine started.
Right. Well, then I tell you about all that happened. And he was actively fighting against the grand heroes of my story.
In that instance, wasn't he fighting Leviathan?
Yeah, but he was killing us by proxy.
He was doing some serious splash damage to us in the environment.
Yeah.
Well, he sounds like he has no real damage control. Doesn't sound like he was like evil.
Definitely chaotic.
I mean, what if we got this like a... Oh. No, I was going to suggest getting like a different opinion on the matter, but then I realized that maybe, you know, all of the siblings have the same opinion,
Maybe Junius knows more about him.
so that probably wouldn't work.
I'm fairly sure that everybody I knows has the same opinion.
Mm.
But Junius is a very educated man. I'm not saying you're dumb, but his opinion is probably more knowledgeable.
I'm sure he would draw to the same conclusion.
You want me to ask him?
I feel like Junius is the most obvious one to ask.
Yeah, I trust at least what he tell us. And his opinion's probably an educated one on the topic.
Afterwards, could you also send a message to Rekna? I'd like her to know about Uriel's plot.
I suppose.
Do we
only
want
have-
that? Do we want someone actively stopping us if we decide to do this?
If it's for the good of the realm, perhaps?
Honestly, from what I have seen here alone, I don't believe he can be a good person.
The other three elemental, godlike beings mostly kept to their own space, but Daedalus was very enraged a lot of the time,
Also,
much like a typical dragon.
Lewis brings up a very good point. If this is one of his strongholds or his home, then it's a bit sucky with all the eating people and murder.
I mean, there is also Creekmont, but one is, you know, a town built in worship of him. This is a place, what happens when his own students get to run something.
It's much more connected to him.
Exactly.
Yeah, the more we talk, the more he sounds like an asshole.
I get 2 messages, and that's it for the day.
I want to reckon I could wait. That can be another day.
Then, who should we ask?
I think
I'd
maybe
like to phone a friend.
Junius and then Rexiel? Or Steno?
I talked to
Sat
Raxiel
Athena.
more. I think it would be probably better to ask him.
If you're feeling courageous enough, I could probably describe Millerin to you.
Talk to yourself. I'm in control now.
I feel like her opinion wouldn't be that high of her husband that she murdered.
Yes,
I mean-
exactly.
I suppose that makes sense.
Could be
Could
biased.
ask why?
I feel like we'll get that information from Junius.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? Let's start with Junius. We can decide on the second person based on what we learn.
I'll be honest with you guys. The only reason I was so for this is because I heard he was an enemy of Tartarus, but I honestly don't know how bad Tartarus himself is. So I'm sort of just like trying to look for a quick solution about this.
Do you hate Tartarus?
He, from what information that the Shadow Fae Enchantress gave me, he is solely responsible for the entire infused situation.
Huh.
So I would like to... Speaking with him is one of my top priorities. And if that is not possible, maybe Beatus can ask him about it.
Well, I was told Tartarus was the ally and Daedalus the enemy.
Yeah, I feel like it would be.
If that's true, maybe there's a reason.
Right, well, ask Junius.
Okay. Do you have something specific?
Just inform him that Uriel is trying to release Daedalus. Opinions on that? He should know who Uriel is.
Okay. I will do my best. Right. I cast a message to Junius. Hello, Junius. We have it on good authority that he really wishes to release Betalus and would like to know your opinions on the matter. We have heard conflicting opinions.
She is trying to bring back the Lord of Meteors that consumed half the world. The one that Millerin had seduced through sheer conflicting ignorance.
Well,
repeat that to everyone present.
Consumed half the world. Do I know what that means?
Not a clue.
What the fuck?
What?
I was unaware of that.
Also, it didn't sound like he had much of an opinion on Daedalus other than Millerin was stupid for like wedding him. So I guess he doesn't like it. Doesn't like Daedalus.
Yes, I think what we can take from that is anything involving Daedalus is a poor decision.
He is stupid. Yes.
Yes.
Sounds about
Yeah.
right.
Doesn't
And
really sound very positive.
Millerin is one of these heroes from the stories you always tell us.
Yes.
So I feel like she's probably in the right. Ah, shit. I guess we'll have to find out if there's any way we can free him on our own. Not Daedalus, the Shadowfeet King.
I'm sure that maybe we can ask the other one we already freed for help. I mean,
I don't know what he would be able to actually. Right. Now, why can Daedalus help?
he did mention his mastery of magic. It might have something to do with that.
Well,
Didn't he say something about booms?
booms.
That would be something he could, you know.
He said the
Gift.
boons were needed to remove the wards. But if
No, didn't he? No, I thought something about, you know, if we released him, you know, we'd be rewarded.
oh yes, I think we'd be rewarded by Daedalus. Is what he meant.
Yeah, but like maybe that, whatever that would be
Oh,
what we needed.
you know, if releasing Daedalus was such a good thing upon the world, then why do we have to be paid for it?
Yeah, I thought it was kind of weird they jumped to payment when we just really wanted to save the Shadowfey King.
Well, they said it would be a hard thing to do, so they want to convince us to do it.
Enticement to use their methods of doing so.
Why haven't they told the people of Creekmont that the wards are the key to saving their beloved Daedalus?
I think that's because they don't want anyone to know they exist.
Yeah, considering Daedalus' reputation, somebody might come along and make it even harder, probably.
Right, back to the original point, Daedalus bad.
If Rylex's theory about him being a wizard is why he can help, maybe we just go to the opposite side of the spectrum and ask Millerin to undo the portal?
Or maybe the Shadowfey King can just tell us how to do it.
Yeah, that's the last piece of the puzzle that we sort of need before we decide anything.
They might just be tossing Daedalus into the middle of this, like, oh, you can use Daedalus to fix it, but he might just be able to tell us there's something relatively easy we could do for him.
Yes, let's go see this portal and make a more informed decision.
I did tell Severin Cool that we weren't going to make a decision until we saw it.
Good.
Oh, you're not going to need my second message.
Probably not.
Chrome?
Unless, Leoris, you had somebody you wanted to talk to tonight?
I had an idea, but it can wait.
Well, again, so can my message.
You know what? How about wait till we're, you know, settling down for the night,
Very well.
and then we can handle, you know, the message. If I still have it, then we can send a message to someone. Maybe something more important comes up, before then.
Sure.
And we'll be like, why didn't we save it? Why did I use it to, check the shopping list or whatever?
I don't know what you mean, but yes, we'll save it for later.
Oh, sorry, Beze did that once. She went out to get some supplies and forgot to take her notes with her. Had to send me a message, and I read off the list of things we needed to buy.
That's very convenient.
It would have been more convenient if she just took the list.
I suppose.
Well, it's your magic. You should do your thing first.
Oh god. Calm still, please.
Oh no.
That money.
Thanks.
Like I said, stuff like that we save for the end of the day in case we need it. Maybe we talk to the Shadowfey King and he says, yeah, you just need to talk to this person, and we can go, I know that person, I'll send them a message right now.
Okay, shall we go find the Shadowfey King then?
I believe Shavancool was going to come find us and take us up when it was time. He said he was going to make an appointment, but I feel like the Shadowfey King can't be that busy if he's been standing up there for like a couple 100 years.
I don't know.
Also-
Fae are pretty picky.
Went to bed. I guess that means we are free to do whatever we want then.
I think
Yeah, I feel like we're not doing anything else today.
Unless somebody breaks down our door in the next 30 seconds with some urgent news.
Shut the fuck up! Fuck off!
I assume Grog comes and gives us money.
Oh, don't you
Shopping
like to
time.
take a bath with the elven men?
Hergendirk. Puck Dukes.
Put him on to the red bar.
Well timed, Neil. What? I think that's a good spot to leave off on, as you're able to make yourselves relaxed and comfortable at home.
Sure.
Let's play forever.
Oh, to play
Let's-
on forevermore.
4 more hours.
What do you mean 4? It's another 10, motherfucker. Let's go.
Wait,
Fucking
somebody
go!
hit Josh with the 24-hour stream, quick.
No! No! But yes.
Like 20 hours of D&D.
We used to go for
do you
such a
want my-
long time back in the day.
Do you want my message to Rekna so you can prepare a response?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Oh, you fucking
You're welcome.
suggesting
You're welcome.
me fucking messaging Millie, and I'm like in the back of my head going, fuck, do I have to get into the Millie mindset of how pissed she would be?
Boy.
Please don't make me message.
I don't need to hide it anymore. The hint at the beginning of the game I've been talking about. It's right there.
It's like it would be hilarious, but fuck, I don't want to have to get that pissed right now.
Genius be like, your old character is an idiot.
It's such a huge shift from Leor.
At the same
We don't
time.
like my suggestion of asking Miller to come here and free the shadow figure.
Dude, you just found your daughter being a miscreant. You need to tell your old character, and she'll be like, "My daughter, what?
So you should teleport right here, grab her, and then
Told
teleport
you,
out.
no Xbox."
I don't think it'd even be that far, mate.
Yeah.
You just cast Disintegrate on your child, like I can always make another.
No, just cast
She
Gate.
has a
Walks
clown.
into the... Millie walks into the white room, casts Gate, naming Eurelie. Eurelie disappears.
Amazing.
Gate does not care about consent.
But she had to be on a different plane to be able to gate somebody. We
That's
learned
why
this
I go
earlier.
to the white room.
Yeah, just go to a little demi
It's on my demi plane.
Yeah.
Alright,
Wait.
quick. Now roleplay out Neil's session.
Luke, that's
He's on
perfect.
his way to Holdo.
Wait,
Neil
what the
walks.
fuck is Mister doing?
and walks.
He's escorting
I'm-
his row to safety.
Yeah, and the horses.
Yeah.
Because we thought we were going to be in here for weeks.
And
It
you'd
turns
be
out
right.
the second floor is the only other floor.
Oh, you wish that.
Also, where are we?
Inside the plateau. We decided
Plateau.
to not go down the hole, but go up the big mountain.
Oh, okay.
Because I received a message from the Shadow Fair that was like, yo, don't go in that fucking hole, you'll never come out.
That's fair enough.
Also appreciate that Jester's still lounging in the gold bazaar. It's good stuff.
Yeah, man, I'm browsing the wares.
That's true. There are a lot of gold wares. Big ass gold hammer, gold glaive, gold axe, gold maul, gold shield.
Prepare
Gold.
some wares. We're rich now.
Do they have any Gucci brand coats? Maybe like some Gucci
100%,
brand,
dude.
like,
You want fucking mink fox or rabbit fur? Or perhaps
gold.
baby seal.
rabbit fur?
Baby
Also,
seal.
big congratulations to you, Rayleigh, on being the first person on my sending list that, you know, I already knew and didn't just get my stock description of, you should already know this.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
For reference, everyone on my sending list has a brief description, in case I forget who they are.
Hmm.
Such as Rosine, Kobold Servant of Erdek. It's Erdek's orphan, having Dragonborn Emperor. My other children, labeled, do you really need a description for this one? Really got the prime honor of not getting that description. Hers says, she's going in timeout.
I'm proud of what we've done here today.
I am also proud. We punched a Hydra and lived.
Very good first session of 22.
Lots
This is
of
the second
surprises.
session, though.
First Josh game session. You fuck.
You
Shut
fuck.
the
Wait,
fuck
it's
Sick of it.
22?
You
22?
didn't clarify
Okay.
it.
up. What?
You said first session of 22.
Yeah, of Josh game.
Big game on the 22nd. Let's go.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it is.
Lit.
Yeah, you just said it's 22.
Damn.
22, 22.
That is 2 weeks away.
So yes, all male elven harem. Excellent, excellent.
Sexist.
What's wrong with having an all male harem, huh?
That's it. The brothels are gatekeeping now. No women allowed.
Where titty?
Where titty at?
Clearly he
Husband
don't
or
like
ha-
titty.
The titties
Husband
in the
of harem.
left side room. The titties
No,
over
you-
there. The
No, you
titties
get enough
over
titty from-
there.
No, you get enough titty from the male brothel. Check out them pecs.
Yeah,
That's right.
exactly.
Hell yeah,
Them
dude.
guns.
Leggings and pecs.
Them
What is a
fucking
dragon
male
ball
power titties.
God.
Oh, yeah.
That Neil.
Yeah.
Yeah, deals here.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, it's Neil.
Just in time to miss out.
Just.
I was watching
No, no,
like
like I said,
half the time.
Neil session now.
That's right. Neil
Yeah,
session.
roleplay out Neil traveling through the desert,
Has to-
defending two dragons.
Has to fight his way to Olabel and defend them from the other flame git pump wagons by himself. Ah!
I could do it.
The occasional gnoll fucking swarm that comes up.
Fucking gnolls.